Well, what do we have here? Well, today guys, we will be freaking messing with the Camaro. And it's gonna be pretty dope because it is literally our Texas 2K prep video. We got a lot of stuff. As you can see, the car's back there in the shop already. And we're getting it ready for Texas 2K, like I said. So here we go. What are we doing today, Justin?
Don't come in right now.
All right, we're working on the Camaro again. Woo. All right, hold this.
Got the harmonic balancer out.
Alright, so what we're doing today is getting the car ready to change the valve springs and cam, because we got a boost cam and we're taking the LS6 cam that's in there out. Hoping for the best. We're going to be removing the headers with the turbos on them and wastegates, everything all together, so that when we put it back on, they're exactly the same as they were when we took them off. But we're going to put a new cam, we're going to put new valve springs, and we're going to put head studs because we're running stock OEM head bolts at the moment.
Alright.
No, it's not going to be that bad. Just make sure you have it.
Where you gonna put it?
Right there for now. You get to see how dented up this one is on this side. Oh shit, my bad.
What you mean dented up?
You're about to see.
Why? Cause of that right there?
Yeah, we had to grind that and. I got it. This one's gonna be hard to pull out.
It's gonna be tricky because it's kind of pinched.
We got that sensor. Wait. That.
I'd rather trust the cup.
Alright. See what I said about dents?
Cool. Oh yeah.
It works. Look at that one. That's how it's supposed to look.
No, that one. It won't cut the airflow off of that one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Time to pull the heads. Oh. Just water. Muddy water. All right. All right. A second. I was when we just built the 5.0, I was expecting that head to be just as heavy. Oh. I was getting ready for the heaviest head ever. All right, we're pulling the cam out. Pick it up. Come on. Turn.
coming.
Factory LS6 cam. Lick it before you stick it, boys. Oop, easy. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm. Slide it in.
Oh, it's starting to get hard. There we go. It's gonna make it sound good. It's gonna sound nasty now when turned on. Alright, so this is the stock LS6 cam that we pulled out the car, and to make things easier, since we had to put head studs on the car, we just pulled the entire engine out, and well, it's right here on the stand, and the head studs are going on. But we had to wait a couple days because the first set of head studs that we got were only a 2-bolt style, and the one this 5.3 needs is the 3-bolt. So, or 3 different size bolts instead of just 2 different size bolts. But we got it, and we're back, and hopefully, probably, maybe putting the engine back in tonight. I'm not 100% sure yet, but keep y'all updated. Alright, so we just got the head studs put on and the Molly expensive freaking head gaskets, and we're about to put the first head on. Alright, so just like that, we have the heads on, completely bolted down, torqued down, and the engine's literally ready to go back in the car. But we got a couple of things coming, so we gotta wait. And we decided to take the, dang, look how dusty that intake is down here. But anyway, we decided to take the fuel rails off so that we can change out the injectors. Currently we were running the 56-pound LSA injectors on here out of a CTSV, and now we are replacing them with some HP injectors.
HPI injectors.
No, it's HP injectors.
HPI.
Well, HPI, but if you look at the sticker, it doesn't say HPI. It just says HP injectors. Look.
HP injectors. HPI.
So you don't have to say injectors. So anyway, we put some HPIs. They're 1700 cc's, 1700 cc injectors, and instead of the 56-pound, these should help us get over 1,000 horse if we want to. But who knows? We don't know what it's gonna make. Could make 400. So we're just gonna send it. All right, ladies and gents, we got the engine intake, everything back on the car. We actually have coilovers on the car as well. I bought these Viking coilovers from the Bullet WS6. If you want to check out his channel, his link will be in my description below. These were donated by Huang. They've been sitting in the shop, so they got surface rust, but these were on a 7-second car. So were these. We actually sprayed the part of the cage, so the cage is black, at least in the front. This is the most important part at the moment, because we can't paint this once the windshield is on, so we're just painting it so I can get the windshield put on maybe Monday. Oh, we painted all these stuff up here, that way it's not going to rust or nothing crazy. It's not perfect. We're not professional painters by any means. It's all spray painted. Where's my paint can at? Oh look, this is what we're using. VHT roll bar and chassis paint, 250 degrees, and if you're wondering what color, satin black. So we turned it over and we got some oil pressure. Now we plugged in the fuel pump. Excuse the wiring nightmare on the ground, but we're gonna try to start it for the first time with the new cam. So here we go.
You want to leave that one?
No, hold on. Okay. Gotta take off the turbo blankets. No, just kidding. But also the first start with the downpipes on, and our O2 sensor in the correct spot, because we used to have it down here.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Stop. We got an oil leak bad on the turbo. Woo! And the belt flung off.
All right. There's water coming out of the turbos.
I thought it was water, and then I looked, it's just straight oil. All right, guys. So we got the car back together. We actually put clamps on it to hold the couplers on, and we cleaned the pipes. They had a little bit of metal in there from the welding shop. I don't know. It looks pretty salty to me. I changed my idler and my tensioner pulley because this one was cracked, and this one sounded like a supercharger. It is pretty nice. I got my new spark plug wires. They're looking pretty dope. I got my new, well, I got these on finally. I've been having these for a while, I just never really put them on. Got a new water pump because my old water pump was bad. Got a new oil pump because my oil pump wasn't bad. I still had oil pressure, but it was kind of starting to get low, so we were like kind of iffy about it. We opened up the oil pump. Check this out, guys. It was a miracle this thing did not blow up. Check it out. You see these rings right here? That's not supposed to be there, especially when that ring has a burr on it right there, really big. Good thing we checked it, because it was probably gonna make my engine blow up really quickly. But we changed it out. We changed the cam, put a bigger cam, changed the springs. These are factory LS6 springs, courtesy of the CTSV. And we actually put 660 springs that were in the CTSV because I had another set and we lost it. Well, not lost the set. We have the set. We lost one spring because they were used out of another car. Like I said, everything on here is recycled except for that jegs intake. Other than that, everything else is pretty much recycled from another car. Like I said, like Juan donated these Jordan slotted rotors for the front. Yes, they're rusty, but once I apply the brake a couple times, they're not going to be rusty anymore. And then the Vikings, I got those off of Juan for $450. These front facing turbo headers, I got these off of a guy in Houston for like 80 bucks. They were brand new at the time, but they were going to be on his build. He used them for mock-up, and that was it. Spark plug wires, those are brand new, but that's one of those things you just need to get new of. You can't really recycle them. But we had recycled the old CTSV ones till now, and then these are off of like a 300,000 mile Chevy Express van. The engine, about 300,000 miles on it. Y'all saw the cylinder walls. The 706 heads, same thing. They're just really clean. We got them washed. Turbos, those are eBay, really cheap. And then all this stuff is piping that I had laying around. I brought it to the welder and he welded it up for me. Because I don't have a TIG machine that can weld aluminum just yet. It's in the works though. So this is a recycled truck alternator bracket that we made it fit. Most of the stuff is recycled though, guys. Homemade brake lines. And then that torque arm, that's not recycled. That's the real deal right there. About to get under the car and actually mount that thing. Well, what do we have here? We have a boost controller. We have our hoses for our ice tank ran. We have a mess of little tube everywhere. We got an upper radiator hose with a remote cap because we don't have a cap on our radiator itself. And we have a custom one-off radiator hose right here. It works. This is part of my old water pump. We got a new water pump, a new alternator because our alternator fried. Well, I cut the fenders. I didn't catch it on camera, but I cut them. And let me tell you right now, it was the most stressful thing I've probably done, just because I'm real nitpicky when it comes to like dents and dings and holes in fenders. And I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a little bit off. I had to cut and make it a little bit ovaled, but it ain't touching, which is cool. And it's okay to have it a little bit bigger because the engine's gonna move and it's not gonna be perfectly straight. But I have the fenders on and the holes cut. This hole actually came out way nicer. It hugs the pipe a lot nicer. Now I just got to take my hood off again and readjust it. It has to go that way, and the front needs to come this way so that it'll align with the bumper and the rest of the parts. Like my headlight, I need to fix the bracket because it is too far in on the front side of it. This one sits nice on the bumper and everything. But yeah, it's kind of what the car is gonna look like right there. So it looked pretty dope though, if I had to say. I like it. This pipe actually sticks out like 1 inch more. Not because it's longer, they're exact same, but we didn't notice that this turbo was like 1/2 inch further this way, and somehow it equivalates to this pipe being about 1 inch longer. At least on the front it's about 1 inch longer, and the back is about 1/2 inch. But look how much pipe I have right here sticking out. And look how much pipe I have sticking out here. About an inch difference. So I think it'll be fine for now. It's my first race car and street car, like people say. But yep, she's all back together. I gotta take these wheels to the tire shop, get them dismounted and clean the bead and get them able to seal, because right now they leak air every once in a while because the beads are dirty and it's leaking through the bead. It's not leaking from anywhere else, only the bead. And I gotta wash this car, which I can now because I have a windshield, so I could legit just pull it right outside and wash it, which is kind of cool. Never been able to do that in the whole 1 year or so that I've had this car. Never been able to actually wash it. But yeah, that'll be all for today's video, guys. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, comment, subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and have a freaking awesome day. But that sunset though. All right, later guys.